afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast with the one, the only Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, off here to 1-1 on Kholodny Ferma. In the west, it is JaeforJett fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 1st SS Panzerdivision Leibstandarte West, and it is Orangepest fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 3rd Armored Division, we got Grand Offensive, Elite Armored, and Fortifications for JaeforJett with double infantry and medical supply bulletins versus Armour, Heavy Cavalry, and Mechanized Company with a total of 3 anti-tank and bulletins here for Orangepest as he with all fervour and energy throws himself into the task of blowing up German panzers. Rears and Russians ready here with tank traps for the car point, rifle following up there for Orangepest in the west. JaeforJett frivolously lead forwards with the full Grenadiers. Sturmpani saying northwards there, so he's going for a broad approach here, rather than trying to lock himself down in one point. He's trying to just seize as much as he can with his greedy hands, and possibly some very nice jackboots. Fulton move towards the centre in the south here. We got liaisons right and further moving forwards there for Orangepest. Fulton slowly advancing. Grabbing the centre point here, could lay down some sandbags roughly around here, so in case opponents rush there. And we got the second doctrine already. It is Elite Armoured here for JaeforJett. Truly lending himself to the elite spirit of the Oberkommando West in theory. Reasons there further digging in their tank traps, but while he is truly fortifying the point here, so if JaeforJett rushes forward, he is not going to find himself having an easy or fun time. Unless getting his men killed is what he considers fun. Forwards moving here against Rifle, caught next to Cavalry. The Rifle able to get some good kills in there, while they are slowly being hauled into the cover themselves. The Fulton as well suffering one loss there, massively disadvantaged again. The Rifleman here, and I think should be long term, relatively long term, be one engagement there for Orangepest. He's trying to fold back with the Fultons here now, but they're already in a weak condition. Digging in around the centre here, we got to try and away there for JaeforJett. So some pretty fast tech, likely good. Well, could be mechanized, could be Belgrove headquarters. I think works out there for JaeforJett. Standard meta would be mechanized, but he could go for Belgrove headquarters because of how early he went for it and how little fuel he has at the moment. It might be he's planning for that, but ultimately it could go either way here. I mean, we'll have to see. Just when into territory there, Orangepest taking up. It is the platoon command post. The lieutenant is being activated. Fulton moving in there up north. We got the Rifleman right here by the Sturmpani. Fulton moving in there as JaeforJett slowly, but nonetheless permanently advances towards Orangepest cut-off point. Orangepest is launching his final counter-attack here, and we got a 2-2 on the way there for JaeforJett and the German army. Equip himself with some light motorization, provide some more faster backbone for his forces, plus the ability, if he wants to lock down on his opponent's for extra resource, in which case it probably be the fuel point. We'll have to see here. We'll have to see. Still passing for the northern point here. 2-1 almost down there for JaeforJett. Lieutenant's close there being done for Orangepest. Rifling southwards. Victory points wise, JaeforJett's got the 1 point so far, and that's meaning he's in a tiny lead here over Orangepest. 2-1 the almost done. Up north here we got Riflemen as the Sturmpanies. Mines down there, but disrupted here by the Riflemen. And we got the 2-1 out there. Leichte Panzerspeerwagen can be upgraded to 223, which would be the command version of the vehicle. Meant to, lead platoons and such of those units. Rifleman falling back there. 2-1 moves up to the back up. The Fulton looks like JaeforJett's going to make the push, and of course the 2-1 here can also be used to deftly and swiftly clear out any barbed wire. In this case, push straight for Rifleman, push them back there with the light machine gun. Fun fact about the first SS Leibstandarte, its insignia was a skeleton key, which basically came down to the fact that the first commander of the unit said Dietrich, and I believe Dietrich means a kind of skeleton key, so little fun fact there, I guess. M20 Italian moving on here for Orangepest. That's going to be sort of helpful there versus the infantry versus the 2-1 or 2-3. It can still work with the bazooka crews and the 5th Guard there, but it's not going to be super effective. Anyways, Orangepest they're trying to hit back hard with light vehicles. Race and Grad, car front is still hit. Up north, the Orangepest there, even as JaeforJett is making a very hard thrust for the car point, is himself deploying troops there towards his opponent's fuel point there to slow down JaeforJett's resources. Though it's not quite the same as in the car point though, but it'll sort of do the trick. Oh, they're fixing up the 2-1 there, very swift foot there by JaeforJett. We do see the Belgrove headquarters up there for the Germans for the 1st SS one, well, the 1st SS division sort of. Formed up from the initial bodyguard units, hence the name Leibstandarte. And will not be the first of the Furious bodyguard units to be sort of formed into combat units as a fun fact. In fact, several units have sort of found themselves in that particular role. Mines they're disrupted, or stopped anyways. 2-1 falling back. Overall, the JaeforJett has led with a nice assault here versus Orangepest, getting control of most of the map here. Orangepest, of course, going to have to push back, but that tends not to be the biggest problem. The orbital commerce are found usually good at sort of gaining an early advantage, but then usually there'll be a drop off, and they sort of have to try and stabilize and sort of return there. So we'll have to see there. But oh, wait, 2-2 pushing back the right from there. Good move there by Orangepest. You might want to consider laying down some mines here and there while he can sort of try and catch up JaeforJett. 50 cal filling up, that's going to be a good choice for all of JaeforJett's infantry, and of course it's going to be useful as the 2-2-1. Noting in this case that JaeforJett is upgrading here with the radio set there to turn into a command vehicle. Sturm Pioneers being routed by Orangepest there, his M20 ready, armored skirts also up, for being caught by it. No time there for the Panzerfaust. 50 cal presenting out there. And we got an NG-34 on the way there for JaeforJett. In some strange way, their build orders are slightly mirroring each other. Not a lot, obviously, but, you know, they both have light vehicles. They're both going for machine gun. They both have a reasonable amount of infantry. I guess they both got some healing stuff as well there. Well, a healing vehicle, obviously. JaeforJett is bigger. More massive, but on the hand, can't move. 2-1 there, or 2-3 actually. 4 kills, 5 kills actually. And of course you had the 2-2, which is what the Wehrmacht has. And then finally there was a sort of modified version of the vehicle, which used a either what you'd consider heavy anti-tank rifles, which the Germans called it, or what you'd otherwise might call a light anti-tank gun. But they sort of mounted that on there. I'm not entirely sure it could move, or just sort of made it sort of function a bit like an assault gun, but it obviously gave it a lot more firepower, and it could sort of fire a variety of rounds, including fragmentation rounds. Fun fact. Oh, 7 kills here on the 2-2-3, cutting into the rear, and dropping under fire here. Fulters falling back. Over here we got troops reinforcing, and we got the 5th coming up here. 2-2-3 there's gonna get absolutely pummeled, and MU-5 forcing up support. And we got the 5th cav there being, well, shot quite to bits there. Although he almost got the 2-3 there, which was certainly a bit uncomfortable there for JaeforJett, because it's quite clear once then set it up, take to secure the fuel point and get himself more fuel. Oh, 5th M20 there rushing in. MU-54. Oh no. I see what he's trying to get into the Russian Stigen, but instead he got utterly surrounded. As Mark knows there, wiped in a matter of seconds. That is really painful there for JaeforJett. A definite win there for Orangepest. Like, he just got it like that in a matter of seconds. Now he's got 2 machine guns, and JaeforJett like just took a nasty loss there. And that's a big one, since again, he lost the unit himself, and of course just gave his units his opponent that. So it's just a massive swing. It's definitely going to be a problem there for JaeforJett, and could make things a lot more difficult for him here in the short term, but probably also in the longer term. 2-3 here doing its part. I mean, it's really doing quite a good job there for JaeforJett, certainly showing how effective it can be. And actually at one point had a replay with Armstrong actually really just doing a lot with 2-1s and then a patch it, and I couldn't use it, so that one's a bit unfortunate, but that was also a really good one. Anyways, just going for now then, you've heard before, JaeforJett clearly a believer in the machine gun and its necessity. He's obviously not just going to give up on that machine gun dream versus Orangepest, but it's certainly been delayed, but not denied. 2-2-3 here. Oh, he's about to lose it. He's about to lose it. Gain Veteran 2. Would be a shame to lose the pop smoke though. Yeah, Veteran 2, 2-2-3. That's quite impressive. Need to fix up that 2-2-3 and, you know, maybe secure some fuel. Love to see what he goes for next. Orangepest has going for the captain, so it indicates he's going to go here for the Pershing stall, most likely. Increasingly not the most common strategy, mostly just going to go for some tanks, then go for the Pershing, but it can still happen. And again, as always, it's not something I wildly recommend, since again, if it works, it works, but the problem is if it doesn't, logistically, you kind of put yourself in a bind because you can't quickly fill up the gap with any other tanks, which means you have to first go for that. Or do you go for another Pershing, which can still set up in the same scenario, just ends up being a vicious circle. Meanwhile, if your opponent's sort of gone for the tech and then sort of bring up more tanks, you can just mostly fill up, and even if he loses one tank again, he can just fill out that gap more easily. And there you go, he's setting up here. Oh, set it up incorrectly here in this case by the looks of it. He's probably trying to set up here, but the thing is, on the minimap, it's not actually quite clear where it sets up. I mean, sort of, by here, it sort of looks like it's more or less on the point, but at the same time, it could arguably be looked here. And again, similarly here, it sort of looks like on the point, but again, there's a slight dividing line there, so Bit awkward there for JaeforJett and all his 40. There he goes, connects it up again. Trucking out, they're probably going to set up nearby. Panzerfaust in the M20. Orangepest charging forwards. We'll be seeing an SA combined arms that could perhaps give him a bit of boost here versus JaeforJett and this alarm to push through. Machine gun to start the Jet's going to get cleared out if JaeforJett could find the munitions for it. Well, there you go. Shroud Panther calls up to the 3 moving in. 10 kills there so far. I mean, that is pretty good value. Actually, up to 11 kills. That is really good value there for a 2-1, 2-3, to be honest. And taking away there for Orangepest, though. 2-3 versus an M20. I don't think that's particularly well balanced fight there for JaeforJett. Since again, he's just getting hit with a bazooka. He's going to have to fall back there. Damage changes. Well, he could end up losing the 2-3 here, which would definitely be a shame. And he goes down, having hit a man laid down by Orangepest. Good work there by Orangepest. JaeforJett certainly got panicked, pushing his 2-3 too far. I mean, he could go for another one, try to set it up, which would be interesting because most players would not actually do that. Certainly in which case the JaeforJett's clearly got a plan involving tanks, and by Joe's whiskers, he's actually doing it. Impressive. He is truly a dedicated man, and you know, as long as it's not completely and utterly daft, you can admire dedication. This certainly I would not describe as utterly daft because again, you can should get the resources flowing. That can really give him an advantage in the long term. Pearson versus Folks coming to this here. Orbs on the way there for JaeforJett and the 1st SS. Rather than moving ahead, MD for the hope and the captain, pushing for the curl point here, but of course going to be a Shroud Panther cause on the way with a 3rd flak. Rather than hitting the northern point routed, going to be the launch there by the southern point. And MD 34 joining us when we got a mine nearby, so this could turn a bit ugly there for Orangepest. And there you go, pinned down to the ground like the insects they are, and routed. Got the 2-1 sitting out here. And we're probably seeing then the upgrade here with the radio set against then set up on the fuel point and secure him with lots of fuel. No mines here by the looks of it from Orangepest. Folks are about to get wiped out. Bit of a loss there for Orangepest. They also should be able to pick up the slack there. You got Rampney versus the Orbital Darden using, by the way, Waffen SS camouflage. One might notice, since the Wehrmacht's camouflage patterns were, shall I say, much more simple in design, whereas the Waffen SS had quite a few camouflage patterns actually. As a fun note. Well, as the war went on, particularly in the late stages, although it wouldn't be uncommon for the Wehrmacht to get their hands on Waffen SS camouflage uniforms and such. I believe it was much more common for some propulsion makers to make use of them. As well, little fun fact there. But anyway, it's going to be for the post. The Fox has got more folks coming in there. Bit short on munitions for the light machine gun, but he's not far off, and if he can get the light machines going for it, that's going to be definitely a bit uncomfortable there for Orangepest. Incendiary pitching rounds there, very good pit use there. MD-54 number 2 up, sitting up, Sturm Punch wins the support, opens them as the rifleman. He's probably going to pop a grenade here, which is going to delay the light machine gun, but certainly would help there. Or he might just try and keep it in control. His Sturm Punch need to retreat, they're taking too much down for the captain, the rear sons up close. I'm trying to doing a bit of work there. And the Sturm Punch got a wipe, another significant loss there for JaeforJett. And there you go, does pop the bomb grenade, it's going to replace the Sturm Punch, wants any armor at some point. Good hit there, and there we go, 2-3 securing the fuel point, and he's definitely getting a lot of fuel now. So even having, in theory, less actually having less territory than Orangepest, thanks to the 2-3, he's actually now getting more fuel overall than his opponent. So in that regard, I mean, again, it can be quite an effective tool there, but again, it does require a bit of investment. But on the other hand, considering the overall there's always no real way of boosting the resource income, it certainly is understanding comes a bit more of a premium. He's shifting up. I think he's going to try and probably sit a bit further behind the Shroud Punch, maybe around here, so that way he can't easily be raided and destroyed. Since I imagine JaeforJett does not want to lose another 2-3 too fast. We got the M1 enter taken out here for Orangepest. No, it was actually a British design, which the American straight up copied and just gave another name. Because it turns out they did not have an enter tank of sort of that caliber at that point. And rather than try and just develop their own, they just, asked the Brits for their design. So, little fun fact there. 2-3 there, securing fuel again. This time though, with more territory being napped there for Orangepest. It's starting to look a lot more close, but even then you can sort of just regain a bit more territory, can actually gain a hit there for Orangepest. Was clearly, I think, stalling here for the Pershing. Arriving up close to the Foxes, losing out. The assaults then providing a bit of firepower here. MD-34 falling out. Troops pushing southwards there. More Orbison would be a good idea. And of course, getting the ones upgraded here with the light machine gun would also be very good there for JaeforJett as soon as possible. Even then, as you might notice, 10 kills already and half expecting 2. It's not like Orbison without light machine gun are bad. It's just they're better with a light machine gun. Much better. But again, not bad without it. I mean, they still has a sort of basic 4-man infantry squad, end up doing the most damage out of any other infantry. There's, even without the light machine gun, they're really good. But again, the light machine gun just boosts them considerably. But there you go, big push here for Orangepest. Pushing JaeforJett in the defense. We got Sturm Pioneers on the way, they're very good. We're just getting closer to the Panther 4, and again, part of that is just, you know, the 223 just giving him that sizable fuel boost. He just does not fall too far behind. So again, that means rather than just getting 7 fuel per minute from this point, he's getting 14. That's, you know, quite a bit there. And in that way, space sort of makes up for, say, having 4 points across the map here. In fact, a bit more than that just in terms of fuel. So, I mean, that's a lot of fuel in essence. Again, means he can sort of afford losing more territory compared to his opponent. But of course, if he actually then sort of gains parity with just more territory, he can actually just snowball heavily compared to Orangepest. Folks, was also moving up here. We got the light machines here to go. Light machine, they're ready, and they're halfway to Victory 2, which is also where they get their only offensive fire bonus. The rest is basically, you know, bat survivability or suppressive fire, which I guess could sort of be considered defensive, but most players never use that ability. I can't remember when I ever saw someone use it. Trinity there, closing in the veteran ace level. We've got a mine down there, and that's the M6 anti-tank mine in there. Oh my. Nice work there, Orangepest actually making use of it. MD34 covering the centre. 50 cover there covering the northern approach. He's definitely wary about any flanks by JaeforJett. And there you go, going for the Panther 4 Model J, which roughly saw service around 1944 and actually would have seen usage in Normandy, if I'm not entirely incorrect, though. That might have been varied a bit with some units. They probably have, a lot of them would have worked with older models of Panther 4 as well. Orbison moving in there, closing in the Metsi 2, Rifle grabbing the northern missions again. But there you go, 50 is going to flank here with the Orbison possibly, or the MD34, either way that they're going to get hosed there. And particularly once they gain Metsi 2, that's going to be real uncomfortable for any units out in the open here for Orangepest. Kenworth moving out. Insanely Optimus now being unleashed against it, but the promise is still taking too much damage there on the open with no cover. And there you go, routed, Orbison 13 kills, very, very close to Vetting 2. And the Panther 4's about to do this well there for JaeforJett. Love to see what he upgrades with. Panzer Commander would be a very good choice though. The Sanchez is opening up the artillery, it just makes the Panther 4 overall better. With more line of sight and of course accuracy. Again for out in the centre, Orbison falling northwards here. Vetting 2 gained, that's going to be really bad news for any infantry caught in front of it. And there we go, we do get the Panzer Commander out here for JaeforJett and the 1st SS as the 3rd Armour continues the assault here. Not quite Operation Cobra that Orangepest is unleashing, maybe Operation Trouser Snake. Panther 4 setting out there. Captain in the south here, right in front of the Panther 4. Shot fired and missed, but unfortunately for JaeforJett. Lucky for Orangepest. M1 shoots misses, but there you go, good hit. 2 men from the lieutenant's team down. And again now as JaeforJett is just gaining a bit more territory there compared to his teammates, already sort of just gaining much more fuel. Again we're back to 26 versus 33. So it's really helping out a bunch there. We got mines down here, trying to slow down any Panzer advance there. Good move there by Orangepest. Up north, right from the right, we got the M20 there, pop down the smoke, something to assist with the retreat. Good play there by Orangepest, thumbs up. Using the smoke pots, or whatever sort of that name the ability has to just cover up the retreat of other units is a very clever way of using it. It's not one that is commonly used, but it's certainly sneaky there. We got a bunch of bars being handed out there to Orangepest infantry, increasing their firepower, very good idea. And JaeforJett going for light infantry gun. More Orbison I think would be good. He's also lost another Fultz Grenadier squad. Unit preservation there in terms of infantry is looking a bit rough there for Jay. But he's always, I would say, doing a reasonably good job in terms of strategy and sort of putting pressure on his opponent. And I mean, again, thanks to this, he's just sort of able to reasonably keep pace in terms of armour. And more importantly, I would also say, punish Orangepest and actually trying to just stall for Pershing. Because again, with just more fuel, that means more tanks. That means Orangepest Pershing is going to be risking more and more outnumbered. And more importantly, since he is playing elite armour, that could be a bunch of Panther 4 starting firing heat rounds at the Pershing. And that could also pose a problem there for Orangepest in that sense. We got to push up north here. Jump on as 2 rifle squad with 1 rifle squad, 1 lieutenant, and more specifically 1 lieutenant with 1 bar, possibly 2 down the road, but for now just 1. Got all filters moving in there. Orbitals are moving more southwards. Panzer can't decide if he wants to attack northwards or southwards, I guess. We got mortar out there from Orangepest. We got the line gun firing back here. So both sides now have a bit of a chill against the other. Nice move there. Orbitals advancing through the south, 16 kills. Panzer moving in. Nice hit there, 3 kills. And we got support team slowly retreating there in the face of JaeforJett, and Sentinel shoots, pushes through and punches through the church's front door, but not much else there. 200 points left though for JaeforJett. That's definitely one problem right now for JaeforJett. He's been able to match up with the resources. Big 2 points wise, there's a massive gap between the two, and he definitely needs to fix that pretty schnell. Pushing out for the center, troops pressed. Panzer moving in there. Could maybe consider calling in a Toulouse somewhere. Down to 2 men on that MG34, pushing further south here with the M20, and of course need to be careful about all those mines about. Of course he doesn't know it. I mean, most players just never tend to lay down M6 anti-tank mines, so he may be, forgiven a bit for that one if he hits into it and doesn't expect it. But he definitely needs to recapture north here from Orangepest and the 3rd Armour Division. As for Orangepest, more mines would be good, and sort of finding more for the victory points would be the very good idea here. And again, if he can just bleed out his opponent fast, that'd be great. He's also filling too many resources. I mean, he's too, I think, obsessed with the Pershing stall plan. I mean, I can understand the logic of it, but he just risks giving his opponent too much room to get back into. I mean, at this point, he could actually take up and go for the Pershing still without any delay there, but at the same time he could just quickly support the Pershing with more tanks, that way building up a large armoured force, whereas currently JaeforJett is the one actually building up the armoured force, so that's a bit more dangerous there for Orangepest. Even like 2 Panzer force might still struggle. Of course the heat rounds slightly change the equation there, and of course if JaeforJett actually knows how to learn his Panzer force and flank the Pershing, that could be further problems there for Orangepest. Panzer 4 they're zooming through. Almost got the reactions there. M20 moving to block here as well. Probably also just activate here. Maybe hope he can sort of keep the Panzer IV right in front of the anti-tank guns out for a bit longer. 173 versus 416. Up north also there's the rifleman. There we go. 2nd Panzer IV there for JaeforJett and the 1st SS. More today with 0 kills, but halfway to 1. Light infantry gun with 1 kill, and we got nothing going on in Orangepest base, certainly no tag up. Mortar there, a bit exposed. Got the infantry setting up the church. M20 charging forward straight into the Panzer IV. Popping smoke. Trying to bluff, he moves through here, but actually makes a quick move there. Otherwise, very good play there by Orangepest. Certainly saves the M20. Panzer IV that gets off a good hit of the machine gun rifle in the centre, trying to grab the point here, taking heavy fire there soon enough. 2nd Panzer IV moving in here as well, got a big push I think by JaeforJett with his 2 Panzer IVs. 10 kills, stretching to 1 here, and he's moving ahead here, could try and call in there. Oh, getting flanked here for the south by the anti-tank, and then we've got 2 anti-tank guns out here for Orangepest, 1 is all down to half health. Panzer IV flanking it, Panzer IV number 1 here, half health. Anti-tank of those down, he could destroy it, but needs to be careful not to stick around for too long. Rifleman moving up. Also note he's actually pulled back the ambulance here very rapidly to avoid, losing it to a Panzer IV ready into the base further. Almost got the rifle squad there. Anti-tank gun narrowly misses the Panzer IV. That was really close to both sides. But even then, getting rid of 1 anti-tank is really huge there for JaeforJett. Since again, there's so many bulletins on him, he just wants to make use of his anti-tank guns and gives his opponent a bit of a hard time there. Slightly cheaper, and I believe the 50 cal was also slightly cheaper due to that bulletin there, but always get more penetration, and they can sort of slightly fire faster. In fact, totally it seems to have 5% reload bonus. Okay, now if they're going for light infantry, he might have accidentally misclicked something too far ahead, but we got the Pershing out for Orangepest, and he's got so many resources, he could easily afford to take up for the Major and begin preparing for more armour to bag out the Pershing. That would be, I think, the wise choice there by Orangepest. We hit with the Pershing, great hit on the Panzer IV here. 5 kills, heat rounds already ready. Incendiary RPMs further hosing down infantry, trying to pursue the Panzer IV and back out the Pershing. Good play there. Line's gun taken out there by Orangepest. Mortar, not good. Fulton moving in there. Again, also Mortar moving in. Panzer IV there, almost half health, but also close to 22. M20 crew moving in here. They're banging the M20, Pershing down to half health. Other Panzer IV cut through it. He tried to move, but he's pulled it back. Oh, he's moving in there to support Pershing almost down, and looks like JaeforJett is backing off. I think that's probably the right decision. He could try and pursue, but he doesn't know what's there, and he doesn't want to lose the Panzer IVs here, since some of them are quite veteran, and it'd be better just to try and build up more veterans in that one, so maybe beat Orangepest that way, and probably also just focus more on the victory points. He's got the center one, but he's still lacking at least one other point. And he can soon call in another Panzer IV. I mean, again, that 223 is about to call the Double Blitz has really, I think, proven helpful there for JaeforJett. I would say has easily by now earned itself in. So, fun note there. Bit surprised we aren't seeing more players actually make use of it like that. Mortar spotted and routed. Second Orbison scored out there for JaeforJett. He's close to another light machine gun there for them. There's a bit more to go. Panzer moving in, veterans 1 gain. Note that is also Panzer Commander, and there you go. JaeforJett, 3rd Panzer IV. Light Panzer platoon in terms of numbers. There's light, there's 3. I think that's sort of regular Panzer IV platoon, sort of full paper strength would have been 5 Panzer IVs, so that might have been downgraded to 4 as the war went on. Little fun fact there. 7 kills on that one. Second Panzer IV moving up there. Drake hits up the anti-tank and plus the Pershing. Needs to be careful not to extend that Panzer IV. Combat Blitz. Other Panzer IV moving in here. Shoots, misses. Panzer IV there. Dodges the shot from the Pershing. Infantry moving in there. 5th car, they're about to get hosed down there. Going to tank the crew down. He could destroyed. That means Orangepest just is down to 1 anti-tank and further just isolating the Pershing in terms of being able to deal with Panzers. But there we go. Damaged engine. This could very well prove to be a problem here for JaeforJett. He might have extended. Also got too close head to the rifle squad there. And he could end up losing an almost victory 3 Panzer IV, which would definitely be uncomfortable there for JaeforJett, but certainly a win there for Orangepest. And certainly something that could mitigate all those anti-tank losses. But there you go, Panzer IV flanking the Pershing for a bit extra damage. But I think he should get out of there fast, because losing another Panzer IV here would be very daft. Even with the 223 providing him with ample fuel here versus Orangepest, it would still be, I think, not agreeable to lose like that. He's going for another lieutenant. He's got a lot of fuel and he's not taking up. I definitely describe that as a strategic area there. I feel personally, though, for Orangepest. Again, there might be some sort of strategy, but I feel like more tanks would help out a bunch. But that's just me. On this Panzer IV landing hit, then the Pershing back here, troops reinforcing. Lieutenant out. Up north here, we got the M20 moving straight for the Orbital Garden. Veteran 3 there, 27 kills, certainly showing their worth there for the fatherland. Though, against an M20, that's going to fall a bit short. Directly in the M20, can he finally get rid of it? Can he finally finish this motorized menace? And pop goes the weasel, exploding and leaving a bazooka behind for someone to pick up as a souvenir or an actual weapon. Look, Heinz, it's a novelty Panzerschreck. 9 Jurgens, they call it a bazooka. A bazooka? So as Americans. Don't tell me they actually think it's a weapon. Oh, yes, they do. So as Americans. When will they ever learn? Fixing up the Pershing there. Grab the northern victory point. 2 Panzer IVs. That will he keep going for Panzer IVs? We'll maybe smuggle in some Panthers or Yak Panzers to back them up. We shall have to see what JaeforJett does. We've got 106 versus 413. He definitely needs to put more effort on the victory points. I definitely feel like he might be slightly ignoring some of the more easy ones just to raid and hit. But at least again, the 223 is definitely giving JaeforJett a lot more resources to work with. Panzer IV sitting out there. Troops being suppressed there though. Unfortunately for JaeforJett, of course, really good for Orangepest. 83 versus 413. Orangepest still flooding a lot of fuel, and he's still not going for any tanks there, which seemed to be the case that he's been hit by Führer syndrome, which is only becoming a bit rare now. The DCs mostly seem to have been, shall I say, exercised, but there are occasionally, it seems, still a few sufferers. Panzer IV's going no there. In this case, he's moving up behind the Pershing. 1 Panzer IV there, very good. That way he gets behind to hit the weaker rear armour and gradually increasing, of course, the penetration, making sure that every hit there's a hit, and that's certainly with 2 Panzer IVs means the Pershing suddenly is in a much worse state. Then we go heat rounds as well. They bet you 2 gain on another Panzer IV. Pershing's very low on health, he's trying to get away, but of course at the same time the Panzer IVs will try and threaten the rear here of the Pershing. Direct hit here. We got marks down here from Orangepest. More marks by the way, and Pentacle moving in. Hit dodges it. Very good. But there he goes. Going to flank up behind the person. Orangepest is trying to escape, but instead he ends up just luring it straight into its doom by JaeforJett's Panzer Force. Nice work there. We got grenade off. Almost got it. And there you go. Oh no, he hits one of the mines, taking out the Panzer IV. Still, JaeforJett can always replace the loss there and still have a reasonable Panzer Force. Whereas again, Orangepest is going to have to save up a lot more manpower now to get up one Pershing. Unit wiped out. Quite a blow there to Orangepest on top of the Pershing loss here. And again, the fact he has to deal with a Panzer IV. Holding up into tank gun there. Getting started over the orbital down. MG-34 on the way. He's going to need some Panzer support. And there you go. Another Panzer IV on the way there for JaeforJett and the 1st SS. Bazooka team up back up here with the 50 caliber. Panzer falling southwards. Probably going to move in to deal with that machine gun. Hitting the calf point there. Machine gun repositioning. Might not be fast enough. We've got more forces there for JaeforJett. And he probably should grab some of those victory points. Down to 29 though. I feel like again he's being a bit too sloppy there with the victory point, which could certainly bite him in the arse if he's not careful. It could bite him quite dramatically in the arse. Panzer IV almost done there for JaeforJett. We got the Panzer IV moving in here. Combat blitz. Going straight for the anti-tank gun. Nice aggressive play there. We got a quick bazooka hit there, but not enough to stop the Panzer IV. There you go. Behind the anti-tank gun, quickly eviscerates the crew. Destroying the anti-tank gun to deny here to Orangepest. Very good. He's charging in the lieutenant to probably recruit right in front of it. But at the same time, as the angle there, he could quickly shut out the new crew as well, and then proceeds to just destroy the anti-tank gun anyway. So, at most, Orangepest there might have bought himself a few seconds, probably calling the Pershing, but even then, I mean, again, maybe he's just trying to keep the Panzer IV around for longer so the Pershing can hit it and destroy it. But already now, JaeforJett's got a second Panzer IV in. Reactions there now running the gauntlet here between the two Panzer IVs. Pershing moving with a sniper with a gun direct hit on the Panzer IV there. JaeforJett's going to have to get out a fast second Panzer IV moving up. Shot bouncing off the Pershing frontal armour. South point secured, centre one above secured here. We got MG-34 covering up there, very good, close to veteran before. I just need some northern victory point. And Orangepest, I feel like, needs to go for that battalion command post upgrade. Would actually get out some tanks from it, or tank destroyers, whatever he so desires, but you know, actual stuff to back up the Pershing in a slightly more mobile fashion. By the way, the way he's attacking is basically looking to flank in case there's a machine gun covering. Attacking from here, of course, would pretty much in most cases get past any machines. In this case, just a rifle squad, so that should help JaeforJett even more so. In some ways, anyways. Also doing plenty of damage, but no kills as of yet. Lance gun joining in the front here. Counter flank from the south. Fortress got wiped up. Bit of a loss there for JaeforJett. Needs some panzer support up north. All of a sudden retreating rapidly. We got the Pershing around the south against machine gun there. Good push. In the centre, Panzer was advancing infantry. Closing in on veteran 3. Second Panzer in southwards going there for the Pershing. Pershing down to half health, but almost getting out the Panzer IV as well in the return. Machine gun crew quickly routed by the Panzer IV. The Bazooka team, though depleted, is nonetheless pushing in there just with the signal bazooka. More orbital with forces this time, pushing for the northern victory point, routing Orangepest there. And the south machine's about to get cleared out by the reaction. That bit of a loss there for JaeforJett to lose his veteran 4 machine gun crew. Note he is also making use of the emergency repairs ability to quickly fix up his tanks without requiring to jump on his sort of move to fix them. Thumbs up there to JaeforJett. Oh dear, Orangepest to make a mistake. They're getting pants faster than the Panzer Full grenadiers. Could risk the Panzer IVs trying to flank and destroy it in the south though. One machine was in the deal with the echelons. Right decision here, since again he's super low in victory points. You can't really afford to bleed out more on them. .386, 385, they're left for Orangepest and the 3rd Armoured. That's the 1st SS Panzer Division is in hot pursuit. There you go, almost going to wipe their veteran fleet, and down the last man goes. Leaving Orangepest now just the anti-tank team. And with all 3 victory points, well, 2 victory points are under control, that's 2 3. It's time for JaeforJett to bleed out Orangepest. And vehicle got taken out. In this case, he pushed straight into the base there, taking advantage of Orangepest focusing on other points, then just drive straight up and blow it apart. Nice play there for JaeforJett. A bit of a loss there for Orangepest now, and he may not be quite as keen on suddenly going for an ambulance now. Also note he's actually using supervision to rush out units. Nice work there. Overlooked ability, but so nice to see him use that. If he just would actually take up and use, rush out tanks, that'd be really great there for Orangepest. But for other reasons, he seems less keen on that. Push up north here. We got Orbs along the shed there. A tiny fortress of the fatherland withstanding the Allied assault. And there you go, machine crew's about to go down. That's eventually free one of that. And we got the 5th Cavalry getting hosed down as well. But the Orbs eventually forward with the Panther backing up. They are doing some incredible damage, and the machine crew could also go down, leaving open here for JaeforJett to grab not one but 2 machine guns. Got the Orbs moving in. He might also want to use the booby traps the Orbs can lay down if he gets the nations for it. In the center, Captain Rapid routed by another Orbs squad. No upgrades on those. And there you go, Pershing goes in with the Panzer Form. We got another Panzer Form away for JaeforJett. Another one. Panzer IV routed, Orbs retreating. Panzer IV there in the south fixed up. 24 versus 3 and 25. No, he cancelled. Is he planning a Sturmtiger or is he planning a Panther here? Sturmtiger would certainly be interesting in some ways. Would actually put him, I think, at full doctrinal bingo. So I guess what's the Pershing? You could just go for the Panther. Panther IV actually feel while engaging the Pershing here. Need to be careful. Shot fire. Missed. Pershing very close to Veteran 2 here. Ooh, missed. Panther IVs need repairs. That does seem like he's planning for the Panther, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Directly deal by the Pershing and the Panzer IV. Veteran 2 getting the Pershing. Panther IV needs to get out there fast. And JaeforJett needs to call into Armour what he's planning. There you go. Veteran 4. Main gun out. Oh, main gun out. Trying to blitz away. We got a bazooka team in the way. Oh no. And he loses his Veteran 4. Panzer 4. Oh, there we go. Panther on the way there for JaeforJett. And the first SS, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. He's down to 24 versus the 299 of Orangepest. And the 3rd Armour, who still seems very reluctant to take up. Hard to say why though, but there could be numerous reasons. All the way, Orbs moving in there in the sort of larger platoon. Ready to overwhelm some Americans with well-placed, accurate, deadly fire. Panther halfway done there for JaeforJett. His Panther IV's good to go for now. Fixing up the Pershing there. 5th Cavalry southwards. Landing directed here on the Captain. Shot bouncing off the Pershing's armour. Shot fire. Missed. Oh, Orbs on there taking heavy casualties to the Pershing, but be shame there. And there we go. Panther on the way there for JaeforJett. Panzerkampfwagen 5. Panther moving in there, maybe trying to get a re-hit on the Pershing. I'll like Panther sending out there for the fatherland. And we got Rangers up for Orangepest. Bit late to get them, but I guess better late than never. But he is struggling here versus JaeforJett now. Again, the whole rely on in the Pershing plan has started to show its faults. Smoke screen down around the centre. Panther ready to bag up the Panther form, but they also might need supporting. With its high velocity 75mm gun and in the Panther commander there, very good upgrade for the Panther in particular, so it can make better use of its longer range. Since the Panther, while it has a range of 50, it does not have line of sight of that. I think its line of sight is more like 35. So it can't see nearly as far as it can actually shoot. So with Panther commander, it can suddenly make much better use of its range without needing a spot or anything like that. There you go, flanking the Pershing. Nice flanking by the tank from the north here, not attacking head on, which is what most players would do, but he actually sort of went for simply a path where his opponent wouldn't be ready for it. So nice play there with JaeforJett. Pershing's about to go down here, drawing around the house here. Panther moving in. Does the Panther pursue and try to defeat it? Entertaining things to be cleared out though. More Orbs on there for JaeforJett. Panther going for the Pershing. We got ace level Pershing there, by the way, making it more accurate with a high rate of fire. Panther will try and do with the anti-tank gun there. Can't quite catch the Pershing there. Northern Nick Pod still under control there for Orangepest. Rangers nearby, not doing much. Anti-tank's about to go down. Pershing there. Keeps blasting away, hoping to catch the Panther. Anti-tank almost down. Panther going after it. Still can't quite hit it. Anti-tank and crew down. Grenades off. Panther heavily damaged. Shot missed. Panther willing to help finish off the Pershing. And there you go. Finishes off Orangepest heavy tank, leaving JaeforJett now in control. And there you go, that Orangepest is defeated. A victory for the fatherland, a victory for the German Panzerwaffe. Well played there by JaeforJett. The 2-3 played a very crucial role in this matchup. Though what also played a crucial role is that Orangepest was very focused on the Pershing with nothing else to back it up. That definitely also played a role, but even then, I'd say JaeforJett handled his Panzers very well with some good flanks here and there. They possibly could have gone for a Panther sooner. Also, nice use of the Orbison there, though again, booby traps could have been there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell your enemies. And like we do, you can donate or pledge on Patreon, and links are in the video description. Every donation helps me keep doing this day after day. This is Imperial Link saying cheers. Thank you for watching. You all have a wonderful one. It's up to you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.